so hello guys watching on YouTube and hello to everyone watching on Twitch. We're going to do a quick video right now because I want to go through some of the changes that the Arabia map has received in the last few updates. I'm not sure exactly which update it was presented in. Tried to look for it, couldn't find it in just a couple minutes, but I'm sure someone in the YouTube comments can help me out here. Basically, on one of the recent updates, they changed Arabia and they did a couple things. Number one, they for some reason added more hills to the center of the map. I don't know why or how, but there seems to be more hills in the center of the map. That's number one. And number two, they put the neutral golds and stones, instead of being at the sides of the map and in the corners of the map, they put them closer to the middle. Now, if you guys watched my video about why I hate gold in the center maps and why I think they're objectively bad for the game, you would know that I made some points in that video that basically say that the middle of the map is already very important. Adding in extra golds and stones plus massive hills makes it way too snowbally. Arabia is meant to be a balanced map in general, so having these kind of really snowbally elements in Arabia every game is really, really bad for the rank ladder, and it's just bad for Arabia in general, which is the most played map in Age of Empires. So I'm going to go ahead and run you guys through a few scenarios here, a few just regular 1v1 Arabia games against the AI, to show you what I'm talking about, and we'll be able to judge from there. So we're going to do multiple of these, no edits, we're just going to go through them and kind of start a little discussion video, see what you guys think. So as you can see in this game, I start here, my opponent starts here, pretty standard. But take a look at the neutral golds and the neutral stones. So here we have two neutral stones in the middle of the map and two neutral golds in the middle of the map as well. For example, if either of these players wanted to get a castle here, he would, with trebuchets, control at least these three and potentially this gold as well. So now we have one castle on a hill controlling 4 neutral resources. And look at the sides of the map, completely barren. In previous patches, this extra gold would be in the corner. So you'd have a chance to go to the side and expand and get some extra resources. But now take a look, all 4 corners are basically barren, except this one, which has my resources in it. And this one, which has my opponent's resources in it. These two are basically not important at all. And this is really bad, in my opinion, for Arabia, because it was meant to always be a balanced map, and expansion was a key part of playing late game. Nowadays, if you just get control of that one hill in the center and you get control of the extra resources, it's almost impossible for your opponent to come back into the game. This is a change that they made a few patches ago. I'm not sure exactly when, but I really suggest they revert it. Arabia was perfect before. You did not need to change this element of Arabia, and I think keeping the neutral stones and the neutral golds on the outside is much better than putting them towards the center. Let's go ahead and review a couple other scenarios here, a couple other generations, let's say, just to show you that it's every single time. It's not a one-of. So, for example, here, this is myself, my opponent. Look at the corners, barren. What do we have here? A huge hill, and then close to the center of the map, we have 2 stones, and near a hill, and both together for some reason. Extra golds closer to the center. Nothing on the edge, nothing on the outside. So then this guy controls a hill, and all of a sudden he gets at least 1 gold, and maybe even the second gold. So take a look at what we're seeing here. We're seeing 2 massive hills in the center. So one on the left and one on the right, but towards the middle. And if you control them, you get all the resources that you normally have for the player, and then you also get the extra resources. And so, in my opinion, this is really, again, not what I want to see for Arabia. This massive hill in the center with extra resources just there for the taking. I think a lot of the games I've been playing on the rank ladder, and some of the most epic games in the past, I'm expanding, I'm getting pressured, but I've got this 1 extra gold on the side that I can benefit from. But recently on the most recent patches, I haven't really had any of these epic late game battles. I've only had we control the center, win the game, or if I lose the center, I lose the game. Once again here, we have the main resources on this side, components on this side. Take a look at where the extra res are in the center. All right, so castle here on the hill. Get control of 2. Other side, castle here, control 2. The sides of the map, barren. It's his resources. This side, barren. Complete. Like, why not like a stone here? So the corner of the map is actually very important. Why does everything have to be towards the center? And it might seem like, okay, I'm exaggerating. They're not actually in the middle of the map. But if you think about it, right? Castle here, trebuchets with 16 tiles. You control these 2 resources easily. Your opponent cannot make a town center here because you're going to treb it down from the hill. Same thing on this side. You have a castle. You'll easily be able to treb it down. So we'll do like 2 more generations just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then I'll leave it open for a discussion, see what the people in the chat think. But personally, I would love this to be reverted. I think with this change, I think they completely ruined the spirit of Arabia. And just for the record, I don't mind the chickens. I actually really enjoy like playing with chickens every now and then. I don't mind what they've done to the woodlines. I think it's a bit too many woodlines, to be honest with you. I think that's another criticism that a lot of people have been saying. Some generations have a bit too many woodlines, but I can overlook all of that as long as the extra resources are put to the side. Take a look at this one. So, my resources, opponent's resources, look what the neutral ones are. All to one side of the map, all close to the center. So again, castle on this hill, you control 3, right? And there's nothing in the corner. Like, again, the corner of the map, there's literally nothing there. And in my opinion, that's a huge oversight. Take a look. There's never anything in the corner unless it's the player's resources. Otherwise, it's completely useless. So what we're seeing because of that is we're seeing all the pro players, like the meta at high elo right now, is just to go straight to the center of the map, castle the middle hill, like the best hill in the center. Like in this case, it would be like this one for the second one. But the main one would be something like, here or here. And you just control the entire map. All the resources are for you. And then you go full double gold comp. There's no chance for a comeback. Your opponent there's no reason to expand in the first place. Like, why would you even want to expand? There's nothing to expand to. And so if you don't luckily get access to the center hill, or because you have the fastest civ, you get the middle hill, you always lose. And this makes it so like the eco bonus civs are even stronger than they are. Late game civs like poles, horrible because you just have no time to survive until you can actually play the game. You're dealing with like heavy camel plus arbalest because the guy can do double gold comp so easily. And he's got the middle hill. It's an absolute disaster. So I'll show you guys one more just to really, hammer my point home. Like I said, this is hard-coded. It's every time. It's not sometimes. It's every time. Take a look at this. Castle here. You control both resources. Castle here. Well, my hill is bigger, so actually I win. If I get a castle here, I trap yours down, and I take both golds. Other side, yeah, neutral stone under a hill. And where's the other neutral stone? Non-existent. That's another thing. It doesn't spawn. Yeah, the other neutral stone didn't spawn. That's a glitch that happens. Didn't think it would happen because it's kind of rare. But yeah, one of the other neutral stones did not spawn. So that's another thing with Arabia. Sometimes the neutral stones don't spawn. And we saw it right here in this generation. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go play some 1v1s right now on the stream. I'm going to put this video on YouTube to hopefully open up a discussion. Again, this is just my perspective. I can definitely see some arguments as to why this is a good thing. Like, you want players to fight for the middle of the map. But again, honestly, from my perspective, I've played like thousands and thousands of games, and having more resources towards the center of the map has almost always been a net negative. Question from the chat here: how does this affect 2v2, 3v3, etc.? I haven't played enough team games to know, so I'm not really sure. I can only comment on 1v1. Yeah, I really don't like this neutral resources change. It sounds like it's not a big deal, but it really plays a huge role in every 1v1 game. Because as you saw, it's every single time. It's not like 50% of the time they're towards the center. It's every single time they're towards the center. I could see a solution where it's like 25% of the time they're closer to the center. Fair enough. 25% of the games you have to play for the center more, more urgently. That's fair enough. But I would like in most of the games to have something to expand to in the corner, because right now the corners are completely empty, completely barren, and there's nothing to play for. So what you have is you just have these very linear games. Like in this game, for example, this hill, whoever controls it wins the game. This hill, which leads to this hill, whoever controls that, like, literally wins the game. It's impossible to lose it. And I just don't like that kind of aspect. I think Age of Empires, especially Arabia, should be a lot more balanced and a lot more back and forth, a lot more options available to the players. I'll end by a positive note. I do love that they made some changes to the animals. Like, sometimes you get 6 chickens, sometimes 7, sometimes 8, sometimes 2 deer, sometimes 3, and sometimes 4 deer. These different starting resources help people adapt, give us more options, more things to play towards, etc. And I think that those changes did make Arabia more interesting. But these neutral golds and just everything smashed towards the center really is quite a big turn off from the map. So that's all I had for you guys today. I know it's a bit of a weird discussion video, but I did want to make a point of it because it's obviously very relevant to me. I play Arabia like 10 15 games a day, and so I definitely want to make sure that we have the best Arabia generation for everyone to have a good time and for it to be a balanced map and the bread and butter for Age of Empires 2 like it has always been. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and hopefully you guys will join us on Twitch. This is how I'm starting the stream, so the chat was a bit slow, but hopefully some of the messages there were exciting and fun to read and maybe interesting. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.